is Sashirika. In this video, we are going to see about alternators. Alternator means it is an AC generator or a synchronous generator and is a machine which is going to convert mechanical power to your electrical power. Always motor means going to convert electrical to mechanical and generator means mechanical power to your electrical power. Right? So DC generator is very simple. You're going to have mechanical input you are going to give and you are going to take a electrical output as DC. But in this alternator is input is mechanical, right? Input is mechanical and output is your three-phase AC. That is very important. I repeat, alternator is a generator, synchronous generator or AC generator. Why it is known as AC generator is mechanical input I am going to give. Okay, mechanical input is given and I am going to take a three-phase AC output. So hence it is known as my alternator. Right? Then, so the construction of it will be similar to your DC generator. Construction will be similar to your DC generator. Stator will be there, rotor will be there. But how the stator and rotor is connected in an alternator is a very main thing. Yeah. If you're going to see an alternator, it is of two types, right? One is your rotating armature type. If your armature is going to rotate, that is one type, and the second one is fixed armature type, right? If you are going to have an rotating armature type, what will happen? Rotating armature type is very having a very small output. Rotating armature type will be having a very small output. Fixed armature will be having very high power. Very high power will be there in your fixed armature. Right? I repeat, we are going to deal with alternators of fixed armature type. Why? Because I want a high power output. It will be used in what is it? 3300 to 6600 watt. In those applications, these alternators are used. Right? Why it is called as synchronous generator? This is also called synchronous generator, right? See, AC generator or synchronous generator. Why it is synchronous generator is electrical frequency produced is locked in. Electrical frequency produced is locked in or synchronized with mechanical rate of rotation of the field of the generator. So it is known as synchronous generator. I repeat, electrical frequency produced is locked in or synchronized with mechanical rate of rotation of the field of the generator. So it is known as synchronous generator. So that is what stator will be there, rotor will be there. I repeat, here armature is stationary. Armature is not rotating. If you are going to see in DC, armature is rotating, field is stationary, right? But in alternator, your armature is stationary. So this is your again your stator. Stator again stationary part, and I am going to mount my armature in the stationary part, where I am going to get very high output. So again your stator will be laminated to reduce your eddy current and effects of your eddy current. This what it is coated with an oxide space is produced because I want to have a magnetic flux. So this is regarding your stator, this is your stator, this is your armature winding and lamination cores. The cores are laminated. For the small machine, lamination is stamped. That's what this is a detailed description about your stator, the same as your DC generator. Generally open slots are used because open slot, why it is used, it is very easy for removing. If some problem is there, I can able to easily remove and replace it. The fractional number of slots per pole is used in order to eliminate harmonics in the waveform. The armature winding of alternator is usually connected in star and its neutral is connected to ground. Maximum of your alternators will be connected in a star connection. So next is your rotor. Rotor is nothing but a rotating part of your machine. Sorry, part of your generator. The revolving field structure of electrical machine is called rotor again. Rotor carries Field winding, that is very important. Rotor is carrying a field winding in your alternator, which is supplied by your DC source. The DC source is also called as exciter. This is very important. Without an exciter, an alternator cannot be used. It cannot able to work. So the DC source is called as an exciter, which is generally very small DC shunt or compound generator mounted on shaft of the alternator. See, because this is a generator, I want a prime mover. I need a prime mover to rotate it. Mechanical energy is converted to electrical AC, right? So the shaft will be mounted with your DC shunt generator. Right? I repeat, DC source is also called as an exciter. Without an exciter, an alternator cannot be produced. The alternator will not be there. So types of rotor. So two types of, one is salient pole type and the second one is cylindrical type or non-salient pole type. First we are going to see about salient or projecting pole type. We are going to see my poles are projected outside. Right? This is my pole. This is my pole head and field winding is there present over here. So the salient pole type is used for low, medium and speed machines. So whenever I want my low speed, I am going to use my salient pole type. The poles are made up of thick steel. This is all about how the manufacturing is done with your salient pole. This is self-explanatory. Uh, the poles are projected outwards as in the field. So in such a way that field winding is energized by the exciter, the adjacent pole will be opposite poles. The number of poles does not affect the number of phase in the alternator output. Why? Because my EMF equation or the synchronous speed will be different for my alternator. My phase will not come into act. My phase, it is not poles. So the number of poles does not affect the number of phases in the alternator. How many phases there? That is different. Always my three phase will be there. No, that three phase will not be affected by the poles. So to reduce the effect of haunting and damage, winding is produced in the pole factor. Haunting is nothing but it is if my motor is going to run, the phenomenon of oscillation of the rotor about its final equilibrium position is called haunting. The phenomenon of oscillation of the rotor about its final equilibrium is called haunting. Once you're going to apply a suddenly if you're going to apply a load, rotor searches for its new equilibrium position, and this process is known as haunting. It occurs when abrupt change in load occurs. Suddenly, if you're going to increase your load, no, haunting is going to occur. Salient pole rotor found application for diesel engines, water. These are your applications because I reduce speed is there, so I'm using my salient pole. What are the disadvantages if you're going to see? Salient pole causes excessive windage loss if they are driven at high speed. That's why if you're going to give in high speed, it will produce a very big noise. So I'm not going to go for my salient pole rotor. Again, it will be having a high mechanical stress. It cannot withstand high mechanical stress. The speed of alternator is inversely proportional to your poles. So if it is inversely proportional, so operate a salient pole type alternator. A large number of poles are required, which increase the diameter of the generator. Inversely proportional, right? So that's what I told. The synchronous speed is different in your alternator. Since it is inversely proportional, if I'm going to increase, again my space of my motor will be more. So this is a disadvantage. Next is your smooth cylindrical type. So in this one, if you're going to see, nothing is projected outside. My salient pole, some poles were projecting outside, but if you're going to see here, no poles are projected outside. So this type of rotor is used for steam driver alternator, turbo alternator. Why I'm going for this particular non-salient pole is I want a very high speed. My motor means that it should rotate in a very high speed, so I'm going to go for this particular type of non-salient type alternator. The rotor is made up of again smooth solid floggings of alloy. Again, this is your construction. So the top portion of the slot is converted with the help of steel or magnetizing wedges. And how my because the rotor is different when compared to my DC generator, right? So I'm going to concentrate much with my rotating part. The field winding is arranged in such a way that is flux density is maximum on polar central line. See, you this rotor, this because this is rotating. My field winding is in this particular position. No, I have to take much care where I have to get a three-phase output. So my construction should be in such a manner. So what are the advantages of this particular cylindrical rotor? These are it has mechanical robustness. Mechanical pressure, if you're going to give also, it won't get damaged. This is noiseless. If you're going to compare that particular salient pole, it is not giving noise. Again, it is going to reduce damping effect. And this is your construction of your the typical AC synchronous generator. Three phase you are going to give. Three phase you are going to take output. You are going to give input DC supply. This one slip rings rotor. Rotor is the field winding. Again, armature is stationary. This is your armature and it is not rotated. It is stationary and the field winding is rotating. So you can able to see once my field is going to get rotated, I am going to get an output in the three-phase manner. Phase A, phase B, and phase C are shown. Once it is the conductor is going to cut magnetic flux, I am going to get an EMF. So AC is produced. So again, why armature winding is stationary, right? Because insulation of my stationary armature is very easy because this is going to deal with a very high voltage. Okay, so it is very easy to insulation, easy for my insulation. Okay, that's what field winding is kept in the rotator and armature is kept in the stationary. So according to the basis of application, the alternator is different. Automotive type, diesel, electric, locomotive, brushless type, then marine type and radio type. These are the according to the application my alternator changes. Again, turbo generator, hydro generator, diesel engine, driver, alternator. According to the prime mover means what prime mover you are going to use for your generator. According to the design, and pole rotor and smooth cylindrical rotor. And these are my reference. And thank you.